let's get into the Week 12 six-pack. I have the first pick. I am going with the Tennessee Titans, +4 for my number one pick of the Week 12 Sunday six-pack. +4 at BetMGM, the official odds provider of the Action Network podcast. Listen, Tennessee is a team that they've been here now for what? Maybe ever since they inserted Ryan Tannehill, which is around week 7 last year. You look at the Colts. What did they do last year? They started off pretty good. Faded down the stretch. They shouldn't have won that game versus the Packers. I don't know what happened to the Packers. I mean, it wasn't anything egregious as far as okay, Aaron Rodgers has this meltdown under pressure, but they get up 2014 and the Packers scored 3 points the rest of the game. So I'm not really sold on this Colts team. I've been saying it all year. I think they have some effort on defense, but the Titans are a team that they have enough offense to just straight up outscore the Colts. And on the other side, Phillip Rivers, you have he's got a sore toe, which I don't know what that means. They're subbing in Jacoby Brissett all the time. Phillip Rivers, I mean, watching that Green Bay game, it didn't even feel like the Colts won. I mean, Phillip Rivers was just, his stats look decent, but you watch him play, and I think every time that he drops back to pass, like Frank Reich and that coaching staff has to just be holding their breath. And to top it off, the offensive line is so inconsistent. It's like they have talent on paper, and they make some good blocks, but there was a point in the game where they could have put away the Packers. And was there like 5 straight penalties in a 6-play sequence or something ridiculous like that? I mean,
they had 9 holding calls.
Yeah. And then you look at the previous game, which the Colts ended up winning the score looked pretty lopsided, but the Titans, and this is what you worry about when you bet on the Titans, but what was it? A block punt, just massive special teams errors that just essentially handed the Colts the game. But now you're looking at the Colts be a favor by more than a field goal. I don't buy it. This is a team. The Colts are a team that could win any game. They could also lose every game. Derrick Henry got going against them in that first matchup. That's a little bit of the worry. It's like, okay, is Derrick Henry going to be able to have a big game? But this is the time when Henry starts heating up every single season. And you just look at the Titans play, and I just think they have an edge to them that I don't know if the Colts have. And the Colts have been getting lucky over these past 2 weeks. They were lucky with those special teams mishaps and what could have been a lot tighter game. And then they were lucky that the Packers and just kind of went away and just stepped aside for 30 some odd minutes of football last Sunday. So, kudos to the Colts. Frank Reich always does a great job, but a divisional game late in the year, getting more than a field goal for a team that I personally think is better, even with the defensive struggles, because offense is more important than defense, and the Titans have a top 3 offense according to DVOA. A.J. Brown just makes one ridiculous play a game. And we've seen the thing about the outliers for the Titans, we've seen them actually sustain this outlying success in the things that really matter, which is red zone offense. So, yeah, are the Titans going to make you nervous on special teams? Sure. Maybe don't bet them as a favorite, but just as risky as betting on, or more, I would actually say after watching last week, than betting on Gostkowski is betting on Phillip Rivers to cover you a game and get a 3rd straight win. So love the Titans this week. I expect them to win this game, to be honest.
Fair, but it's I got bad news for you. It's +3 at BetMGM.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I said, I'm taking it. I think they're gonna win, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'll give you 3.5. I bet +4, so I agree with you. I'll give you 3.5, and I'm gonna ask for a half point somewhere else at some point today.
Okay. No, yeah, when I put in the outline just a minute ago.
It's Thanksgiving. I'll be generous.
I appreciate it.
All right, so. Yeah, I make this 2. I think it's a little bit of an overreaction to, the Colts beating the Packers. Everyone saw it. The Colts beating the Titans a couple weeks before. I mean, the Titans offense, despite some of the offensive line injuries, it's been awesome. And yeah, this is the time where Derrick Henry just starts abusing tired defenses and breaking tackles. You saw it in the game winner last week. He's kind of like Joe Mixon's kind of like that too. They just crush in November and December.